What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Phase 6, your source for music, business, motivation, and support. It's your boy, Sir Love. And once again, I got a really dope topic for you guys. So I'm going to jump right into it really quick. All right, so I've been able to get a lot of stuff for free. And I want to let you guys know how you can get it too. But what's an example of some things that I've gotten so you can know if it's worth watching this video or not? I've been able to get songs written, beats, studio time, websites, graphics, photo shoots, flyers, designs, posters, billboards, backstage passes, meetings in certain places that I haven't been able to go or most people can't go. All these different services and more, but I have been able to get them for free. And I've been able to get that consistently. Like, people are saying, how are you getting music videos, photo shoots for free whenever you want them? Studio time, mixing, mastering, all of that stuff. Let me tell you guys how. Welcome to today's episode. It's going to be a good one. This is a real talk moment. I'm just going to kick it 100 off the top. No chaser. It's your boy, Sir Love. And welcome to Selling the Vision. Let's hop into it. Alright, so one of the most important things about being successful in this space is team building. Team building, I've been talking about it, got a couple more videos about it. I encourage you to watch all of them. However, I want to talk about the specific, exciting, juicy stuff in this real talk moment because that's how I feel. So, team building is stupid important to getting things done and to getting things done for free. And it's very important if you want to be successful because no one becomes successful without a team. There would be no Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak or Apple if those two didn't come together and decide to do stuff for free with one another to make their dreams come true. And then when you start adding more and more and more people in that little garage all doing work for free based off of the dream, then you get Apple computers that revolutionizes the world and goes on to revolutionize our industry, the music industry. And people, it starts with doing stuff for free. And how does that happen? It starts with the vision. How do you get people to do free stuff for you? Well, the first thing that you got to have is a vision. Now, what do I mean by vision? Well, what I mean by vision is that, look, guys, if you're in this space right now, you're an entrepreneur, you're a business. Every business has a mission statement. They have goals. They have a vision. You need to have a vision. It needs to be something that makes sense, that you can repeat. You can tell other people and get them excited about what it is that you're doing. So what exactly is a vision? The vision is your view or idea of what is going to transpire by continuing doing the things that you're already doing, right? That's in layman terms, my definition. That's not out of Webster. So basically, you should be able to vocalize and tell people that, hey, if you join me in doing what I'm currently doing, we're all going to be able to achieve this, and this is how this will be effective for you and help you. So if you're in the music business, most likely the pitch from a generic standpoint is, if we all work together on my project, we can all, get rich because this song is going to blow up. We're going to get a record deal, or we're all going to get famous off of this in some way. You're going to be able to do videos for these people. You're going to be able to do photos for these people. You're going to be able to do whatever it is that you're saying, right? The biggest thing about that, the number one part about that, is you guys got to understand what it is that the vision is. Like, what is it? And do you believe in it, right? So what's the best way to kind of outline that and put that together? Well, there's already methods out there that work. It's just not vocalized in this particular space. So the first thing I tell you to do is to set SMART goals. Now, what is a SMART goal? It's all over the internet. You can find all sorts of literature about it, but I'm going to break it down real quick in our perspective for you. So a SMART goal is a great example of how to set your vision up. So first, S stands for specific. Be very specific about what it is that you're trying to do. So you can't just say, we want to get rich, right? Or we want to get famous, right? The goal has to be very specific. You may say, we want to be the most famous artist in this city. We want to be the richest artists that do hip hop in the city of blank, right? You want to be specific about your goal. Now, those are both big goals, regardless of what you think or not. Those are large goals, but you got to be specific about it. All right. The next thing that you want to do is make sure that it's measurable. So if you did say you want to be the most famous people in this particular city that do this particular thing, then you have to say, well, who are the most famous people in this particular city that do this particular thing? How do we judge their fame? Let's say we're going to judge it based off of social media numbers or something of that nature. If you're going to judge it based off of social media numbers, what are their numbers? How do we beat their numbers? okay? So let's say we need to somehow accumulate 200,000 followers on this, X amount of, subscribers on this, X amount on that, whatever, and we will officially be more famous than the most famous person in this area, right? It's measurable. I can put numbers to it and come to a conclusion to say, did we do it? Did we not do it? Because a lot of people say, what is the goal? I want to be rich. Well, what is rich? How much is rich? Rich in spirit, rich in finance? Is $1 million enough? Is $2 million enough? What is rich? Is 100,000 enough? Right? So by being specific allows you to measure the goals, okay? Next, you need to be A. A is called attainable, right? Attainable or achievable, meaning is it realistic? Now, honestly, if you're a true visionary, you can create goals that are not realistic and get people to see them, right? However, you want to make sure, if you don't have experience in this, that your goals sound achievable to the average person. Like if you tell a person, hey, we want to get 200,000 subscribers on Instagram, we're all going to work together, and I have a plan on how we're going to do that, and you can somewhat speak to your plan, then a group of people will go, that makes sense. I've seen other people with 200,000 on Instagram. I think you can probably do it too based off what you're saying. That sounds achievable. It sounds attainable. You don't want to tell people, well, listen, in order to get 200,000 subscribers, we're going to go to the moon, right? We're going to be the first people to build cardboard boxes and go to the moon and fly back. Like cats are going to look at you like, what the F does that even have to do with music? All right. Which brings me to number R. Well, letter R. R means relevant, right? So if you want to be the most famous person in your city, in your town that does music in this particular genre, right? Because you're specific, then you need to make sure that the things that you're doing, the things that you're saying are relevant with that and are relevant with your particular goals. So if you want to be a millionaire, but the goal is to be the most, whatever I just said about the city and this town and this, that, and the third, fame and money don't correlate, right? You can be famous and broke. You can be broke and famous. You know what I'm saying? Or that's the same thing. You can be known and have no money, or you can have a whole lot of money and be unknown, is what I'm basically trying to say, right? So make sure that whatever it is you're trying to accomplish, it correlates with the original specific goal or the person that you're talking to. If the person that you're selling the vision to, if their goal is to get money, but your goal is to get fame, then you can't sell this person on becoming famous because they might not care about fame. Their goal is to get money, right? So make sure that your goals are aligned and it's relevant to the person that you're talking to, or at least relevant to what you're trying to accomplish. The next thing is time, right? It needs to be measurable, right? In reference to time, we need to be able to say, hey, we're going to get this done by this date, 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 etc. By having timelines, it makes people feel more comfortable that the time that they're going to spend working with you, the effort that they're going to apply, has some type of milestones or landmarks along the way that lets them feel excited to know that if we continue on this timeline, we're going to reach the goal. It's like reaffirmation. It's like confirmation in what you're saying. Okay. The reason you need to have a SMART goal, and I went through all of that, is because you're not going to pitch, yo, this is my SMART goal. When you talk to people, you have to know these things so that when someone says, how are we going to do it? When are we going to do it? Like the who, what, when, where, why questions that people typically ask when you're trying to get them excited about something, you know the answer because your goal is SMART. And if you want smart people on your team, you have to have SMART goals, because smart people may not know what I just broke down, but they have SMART goals. And in their mind, they're going to ask you when, where, why, how, because these are smart questions to ask. So if you want smart people, you have to have SMART goals. If you want dumb people on your team, then they won't have SMART goals. And most likely they won't have the skill sets necessary to take you to where you want to go. So getting back to the vision, the key to selling the vision is 1, having SMART goals, 2, understanding and believing and having faith that these things are really true, that you can do this. You have to believe it. You can't be insecure about your goals. One of the reasons you want to have SMART goals is because somehow creating that reinforces your personal belief that it can be done, right? And then if you can live with that and you can thrive with that, you can believe in that, then you can eventually sell other people on the same concept. You have to sleep with it. You have to go to sleep every night and wake up every morning understanding that what you want to do can be achieved, right? And it has to be very specific. You have to have a true understanding of it. And the more you dive down into all those different areas, the SM, the A, the R, and the T, the more you dive down into those areas, the more you personally will believe and see how they can be accomplished. And it becomes more and more achievable to you every single day, which allows you to sell it to other people a lot better. Okay, so now when you communicate with people, this is the last piece, I guess. And once you start to communicate with individuals, now you can tell them, hey, what are you trying to accomplish? Which is the number one key to getting people on your team, is understanding their goals and making sure that your goals align. Because no matter how good they are at what they do, if your goals don't align, you're not going to be successful together. There's no work that you both can produce unless one person is taking advantage of the other individual. So we want to understand what their goals are. Once you understand what their goals are, if their goals align with your goals in any way, you can then either modify your goal to include their goal, or you can tell them how this portion of your goal will be beneficial for them. Now that both of you guys understand how you can both achieve success by accomplishing this goal, you can go forth and win and accomplish the vision together. And that is how you get people involved in your career. That is how you get a photographer to say, I want to shoot for you for free because I can see how me being your photographer is going to get me to my destination. Right now, there's a whole bunch of other artists that I can shoot for, and I charge them $100, $150, $1,000, whatever they charge per shooter, per look. Why? Because they got to pay their bills and they got to survive, but they don't want to do that forever. What they really want to do is to be most likely some premier photographer that's doing photography at special events, or doing special artists, or has a certain catalog of people that they work with, or maybe they don't even want to be in music. They want to do photography for something else, and music is their gateway into sports or something else. I don't know what their particular goal is, but they're not going to see you as a viable catalyst that can get them there if you don't even know what the F your goals are or how you're going to get there. How can I ride your bandwagon if your wagon ain't got no engine, ain't got no horse, ain't got nothing dragging it any direction? Those are your SMART goals, right? And when you understand that, you can tell people that, and you can get people to believe these things because they are true. How does something become true? Psychologists have already done studies on this. You can watch all sorts of videos on YouTube about that. But if you tell somebody something over and 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 over again, they believe that it's true. So the first thing you have to do is tell yourself over and 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 over again one particular thing, which is your SMART goal, right? And then you'll believe that it's true. So now when you speak to other people, you get the confidence to make them believe that it's true. And then when you tell them over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, they understand that it's true. And now all of you guys understand the same truth and can execute the vision. That's how companies work. Somehow you believe that you take a job with someone and they tell you every day, do this, do this, do this. You're gonna get your check, you're gonna get your check, you're gonna get your check. You do it, you get your check, you do it. And you believe that the company's never gonna go out of business, and the company's always got your best interest, and the company, no. Like, none of this is true. Coca-Cola can go out of business tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Any company can fall. There's history has shown it. Where's Blockbuster, right? So at the end of the day, and I'm gonna wrap this up. It's a long one, but I think this is a good one, and it's a real talk moment. But if you want to get things done for free, understand it's not about manipulating and taking advantage of people. You can do that as well, but this methodology probably won't work effectively to do that, right? If you want people to work for free, the key is you need to align your vision so that it makes sense for both of you guys to ride the same train to success. And you do that by following the steps that I have presented to you prior to. And when you do that, you can easily begin to align with other individuals on how this mixing engineer can benefit from working with you, how this mastering engineer can benefit from working with you, how this photographer, how this web designer, how whoever can benefit from working with you, and then you can begin to win. And the more tools and attachments you have, as well as in, documents, writings, websites, papers, photos, videos, whatever you have that can help people visualize, because some people are auditory learners, right? Some people learn, visually, right? And they need to see things in order to believe it. But as it all starts with this mental understanding. When you get the mental understanding, then you will learn to speak it. Then once you speak it, you can get other people to help you put visuals to it, and the more tools you get around this original vision, the easier it is to captivate people and to get people excited about what you're doing. And that's, at the end of the day, in essence, that's how you get fans too, but there's a lot of tweaks to that. We'll talk about that in another video. I haven't done much marketing videos yet, but for right now, I just want to give you guys that. It's your boy, Sir Love. I don't know everything, but I know a lot about a little and a little about a lot. And every time I get on this thing, give you guys everything that I got. So check out www.fazevi.com. Subscribe. If you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe, because I give game like this all the time and I want to give more. On their website, fazevi.com, I have exclusive videos that I don't put on here that everyone can't see. And it's only for the people that really rock enough to go to the website and rock with me, right? Also, go to the website. I also put a bunch of downloadables and things like that on the site that you can get to help your career and just win, because I want to see you guys win. So let's all win together. I don't know everything, but I know a lot about a little and a little about a lot. When I step in this thing, I give you guys everything I got. So I'm out of here. It's your boy, Sir Love. Deuces.
Come on and face it. If you need some marketing motivation, you can learn to transform your life and build your own empire. With Sir Love.
Real talk, no chase.
Yeah.
Real talk, no chase.
Yeah.
Real talk, no chase.
Yeah.
Real talk, I said real talk. I said real talk, no chase.
Yeah.
Real talk, no chase.
Yeah.
Real talk, no chase.
Yeah. With Sir Love.